And welcome to you all, and thank everybody for coming to join together in this wonderful celebration of God's presence and God's love. My name is Al King, and I'm going to be giving the talk today. The subject of today's talk is Cultivating Spirit in Relationships. And there's a quotation that goes along with that. Through perfected divine friendship, mutually seeking spiritual perfection, you will find the one great friend. That's from Paramahansa Yogananda. Well, this morning, after our music practice, I went into the restroom and had an epiphany. Did you know that God is everywhere? Anyway, I had to rewrite some of the talk after that. So I came up with 3 bullet points to start the talk with. Include Spirit, God, our divine parents, in everything that you do. Second bullet point, include God in everything that you do. Third bullet point, include God in everything that you do and in all your relationships. Okay, talk's done. I've got 15 more minutes, so I'm going to fill it with what I originally planned. I'm going to start with a quote from Paramahansa Yogananda. Friendship is the universal spiritual attraction which unites souls in the bond of divine love. The Spirit was one. By the law of duality, it became two, and by the law of infinity, it became many. Now the one in the many is endeavoring to unite the many and make them one. This effort of spirit finds expression through friendship. So this quotation came from a pamphlet that's available in the lodge. It's called The Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path of Conscious Living. Over the years, Sunburst has taken this concept of the Eightfold Path of Conscious Living and divided it into 8 individual paths, or 8 parts. And one of those parts is conscious association. And so we'll be talking about relationships and association. So both Paramahansa Yogananda and Norm Paulson, Sunburst's founder, both taught that each one of us is a manifestation of Spirit, the creator of everything around us. Each of us is a soul inhabiting a body here at this time in this place. Our task in this incarnation on this planet at this time is to experience again oneness with our creation, with all creation, with our Creator, Divine Mother and Father, as well as with all the other souls that we find ourselves here with. To experience a oneness with this planet, our solar system, and the rest of the universe. Most of us, when we were born into this incarnation, came without a remembrance of our true nature. Our consciousness began as simple consciousness. And then as babies, we started to grow and we grew into self-consciousness. We were aware that somehow we were different. We were not the same piece of furniture that we just ran into and hurt ourselves on. But then, as we grow and develop, we'll do well to come to that understanding that we are one with everyone and everything. Our goal is to develop cosmic and Christ consciousness, to reawaken our experience of oneness with all of creation and our Creator. Our relationships with other people make up part of the matrix of experience through which we grow toward cosmic consciousness. We have a number of types of relationships. We have our blood family, maybe a spiritual or chosen family. We have a community in which we live, friends and acquaintances. All of these relationships serve as pathways to cultivate spirit in all of our activities. I'll make another quote from Paramahansa Yogananda. This is also from that pamphlet that's available. Consider no one a stranger. Learn to feel that everybody is your kin. Family love is merely one of the first exercises in the Divine Teacher's course in friendliness, intended to prepare your heart for an all-inclusive love. Feel that the life-blood of God is circulating in the veins of all. This does not mean that you must know and love all human beings and creatures personally and individually. All you need to do is be ready at all times to spread the light of friendly service over all living creatures which you happen to contact. This requires constant mental effort and preparedness. In other words, selflessness. When I first read that, I was struck by the idea of the things that we do as being exercises in the Divine Teacher's course. And in the context of today's talk, we're talking about, as it's related to friendliness, but this concept applies to all of the paths, all of the other 7 aspects of conscious living. In his book, Sacred Science, which is being worked on it's out of print now, but hopefully soon it'll be back in print and available to everybody. There's a section on the Eightfold Paths, and in particular, this quotation is coming from the one on conscious association. Divine Spirit will prepare the way for you to walk. If you are really sincere, seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened to you. Friends may not come at first, but as you meditate and work at positive, creative jobs, those of like mind will be attracted to you, and you to them. You will find the right environment in which to work and live. As we go through this life, we have different interests and thoughts, different areas that we put our energy to. And we'll find that other people with those same interests and thoughts will come into our circle of experience. So one of the things that I really enjoy doing is photographing different aspects of the natural world. The act of photography is a great motivator to help me immerse myself in the natural world. Dawn and I were recently out at the Carrizo Plain National Monument, and right now there's a lot of flowers out there. There's a wonderful bloom going on. But due to social media and the news, it's gotten so much attention. And unfortunately, so many people that have gone out there lack a consciousness of what they're actually experiencing. And rather than enjoying what has been created by our divine parents, they're more interested in tromping through the flowers to get a selfie. But Dawn and I were able to get off of the main road and spend time where there's a lot fewer people. And this is an example of how when you're really immersed in something, Spirit will give you surprises and show you things that you really enjoy. We're driving down the road and Dawn goes, "Stop the truck. I want to go to the top of that rise and look over on the other side." Well, yeah, it's a one-lane road, but I found a place where I could pull over, and she's not out of the truck a minute, but she's run into a lady, and this gal offers to show us a patch of California jewel flowers, which are a rare and endangered species that I had never seen, and it was kind of on my list of hopeful things to someday run across this flower. And this gal that we met is a wildlife photographer, and she's out there looking for the dens of kit foxes and badgers so that she can photograph them. And so here's, an example of like-minded people just being drawn together with all of these other people out there. We're drawn to people that are looking to do the same things we are, to experience the same things. We had another experience like that in Morro Bay. We were on a deck that was constructed for people who like to watch and photograph birds. And I had, my field glasses and my big lens on the camera, which looks kind of impressive. And there were a couple of gals on the deck talking, and they're talking about birds, and we're listening in. And the one gal turns to me and goes, "It looks like you know what you're doing with that gear you've got." And then she surprisingly said, "Do you know how to put slideshows together?" And I'm going, wow, where's this coming from? She introduced herself as the president of the Morro Strand Audubon Society, and she was looking for somebody to put together a slideshow of photographs of some of San Luis Obispo County's finest wildlife photographers. So, another example of where Spirit, draws like-minded people together. And for me, it's going to be an incredible opportunity. So Dawn and I have a practice, and it should be all the time, but it's especially when we're out in nature. We invite Spirit to enjoy her creation through our senses. So we're inviting Spirit into what we're doing. And it's just amazing the places that we've discovered, the people that we've run into. Like I said in the first 3 bullet points, invite Spirit into everything that you do, and you'll find wonderful things happening in your life. And that applies, of course, to the topic today, bringing spirit into relationships. We want to invite spirit into everything that we're doing with all of the people that we encounter. And again, will really, amazing things will manifest. I'm going to quote from Norm Paulson again. Watch the desires and images that are projected forth from your consciousness. If they are not virtuous, negativity will quickly try to satisfy them for you. Shape-shifting people and events to make them happen. If you succumb to the temptation of virtue's opposites, you are temporarily removed from the pathway of truth. So, as much as our positive thoughts are reinforced, our positive thoughts and actions bring us together with people that are like-minded. So if we allow negative thoughts to fester in our minds, so too will people with those characteristics come into our lives. So we want to, as we invite spirit into our lives, remember that spirit, our mother and father, dwell within us. We're carrying them all the time. So we should live our lives to reflect that. So from the Eightfold Path of Conscious Living, Norm Paulson, it is said that the closer you come to divine consciousness, the more every face becomes a mirror of your own. When you arrive at your true image within, every face that will receive you reflects back that perfect shining light you have become. He also constantly was telling us a very important goal was to see the light of Christ in every face that we encounter. But I guess that's going to conclude the talk. And we're going to go into meditation. But just one more iteration. We want to include spirit in everything we do. Our divine parents are within us, and we need to acknowledge that and consciously include them. In the path of conscious association and all the other paths and all of our other activities in all the aspects of our lives. So we're going to go into a period of meditation, silent, quiet time. And if you don't have a technique of meditation that you practice, you can, with your eyes closed or slightly open, focus on your sight on a point just out in front of you a bit. And that's to kind of keep your eyes from wandering. And the other thing that tends to wander is our minds. So to try to keep your mind from bouncing from thought to thought, follow your breath. Imagine your spine as a hollow tube, and as you breathe in, follow the breath up the spine, and as you breathe out, follow the breath down the spine. And hopefully that practice will help keep your mind from wandering. And when our mind is not wandering, if we can create a space between our thoughts, that's where we will experience the messages from Spirit, from our divine parents. So Nicole will play the bowls as we go into the meditation. Please join me in prayer. Divine Mother, Father, I am that I am. Christ, we acknowledge your presence with us this day. And we invite you to be with us in all our activities, in everything that we do. And we ask your help to see your divine light in every face that we encounter. And we offer our hands to you. To help all those that need our help. Thank you. Amen. When I started thinking about this talk, originally I was going to read some quotes from Paramahansa Yogananda's book, Where There Is Light. But then other things came up and I wanted to talk all that much. But I want to make a recommendation in terms of our relationships with our brothers and sisters. Chapter 10, in Where There Is Light, is called Getting Along with Others. It has sections dealing with inharmonious relationships, developing a harmonious personality, overcoming negative emotions, and forgiveness. There's really wonderful information in there, and I hope we have that book in our store. I know we have had it there. But I'd highly recommend, if you want to delve into some of this a little more, that's a good place to go. And as I mentioned, the book Sacred Science, we're hoping to have a printing of it updated soon. And again, the pamphlet, The Eightfold Path of Conscious Living, should be available over in the lodge. If there aren't enough there, somebody in the office can probably put some more out.
Turning world in motion, set us into play. The same returns release, restores us in our day. And in the frontmost part my life, I keep it sealed. In simple truth I am a wheel, fashioned on a wheel by hands that love to spin, hands that wove the earth to sky, hands that healed the sick and hands that set the stone, hands that rock the babe to sleep, and I know the cradle of my soul. How could this world lose sight of you? How could it ever let you out such a glorious start to such a tragic end. All I know through it all in my life, I want you back again. I know I'll find you, I know I'll see you, I long to meet you, I long to be in you, I know I'll find you, I know I'll see you, I long to meet you, I long to be in you. I could be there to swear the stream is not but a trickle from the rocks. You hear my buoyant laughter, soothing sounds of spilling waters. Lo, my streams become a river, and my joys will fill up oceans. I know I'll find you, I know I'll see you, I long to meet you, I long to be in you, I know I'll find you, I know I'll see you, I long to meet you, I long to be in you. I could be there in that place, the silent waiting, holding space, when your heart is asking about its next breath. I could be riding in that wind, I could be riding in that wind, I could be riding in that wind. I know I'll find you, I know I'll see you, I long to meet you, I long to be in you, I know I'll find you, I know I'll see you, I long to meet you, I long to be in you. A turning, whirling motion set us into play. The same returns, release, restores us in our day. And in the frontmost part, my life, I keep it sealed. In simple truth, I am a wheel.